There are moments that stay with us no matter how far we travel from them. Some memories fade quietly, but others hold on like old vines, twisting around our hearts, reminding us of what once was. For years, I tried to cut those vines away. I thought that was what healing meant, to erase, to move on, to forget. But the truth revealed itself slowly, like dawn breaking over a foggy horizon. Healing was never about forgetting. It was about learning to see the pain differently. It began one rainy afternoon when I found a box of old letters tucked inside the drawer of an old wooden desk. Each letter was written by someone who had once been everything to me. The paper was creased and yellowed, carrying words that once could break me with a single glance. I almost threw them away, but something inside whispered, read them, not to remember, but to understand. So I sat on the floor, with the rain tapping against the window, and opened the first letter. The words still hurt, but not because they were cruel. They hurt because I could see now what I could not see then. How two people can love deeply and still not be ready for each other. I folded the letters back with a quiet smile. The ache was still there, but softer, wiser. That was the first time I realized that pain does not disappear when it is understood, but it stops controlling you. Months later, while walking through a park, I met a gardener pruning an old fig tree. He cut away branches that still had leaves on them. I asked him why. He said, "If I do not cut what looks alive but is growing in the wrong direction, the tree will never be strong enough to bear fruit." His words stayed with me long after I left. Healing is the same way, I thought. Sometimes you have to let go of what still looks alive, memories, habits, people, not because they are bad, but because they are no longer helping you grow. Years later, I visited a small coastal village where I met an elderly woman who ran a candle shop. The walls were lined with candles of every color, every scent. When I asked her which one was her favorite, she smiled and pointed to one that had melted unevenly. "This one," she said. "It burned too fast and lost its shape, but the light it gave during that time helped me through my darkest night." I keep it to remind me that beauty is not always in what lasts. Sometimes it is in what teaches. I realized then that healing is the same. It is not about pretending the broken pieces never existed, but about honoring the light they gave when you needed it most. Healing taught me to stop fighting my memories, to stop calling them mistakes and start calling them lessons. I began to see my past not as a weight, but as a language, one that was teaching me to speak compassion, forgiveness, and grace. I stopped trying to get over things and started trying to understand them. Because understanding brings peace. And peace, I learned, is deeper than forgetting. Now, when an old memory comes knocking, I no longer hide from it. I invite it in, offer it a seat, and ask what it came to teach me this time. Sometimes it teaches patience, sometimes humility, sometimes it teaches that love, even when it ends, was never wasted. And in those moments, I finally see healing for what it truly is. Not the erasure of pain, but the transformation of it. Healing is not a race to forget what hurt you. It is a slow unfolding, an awakening to the wisdom hidden inside your pain. You are not meant to erase your past. You are meant to understand it, and through that understanding become whole again. So tonight, if an old memory finds you, do not push it away. Sit with it. Listen to it. Let it teach you. Because sometimes the most powerful healing happens not in forgetting, but in understanding what the pain was trying to show you. If this story resonated with your heart, share it with someone who is learning to make peace with their past. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to Legacy Alive, where every story reminds you that even scars can speak of strength.